All right. We are live with another one, guys. Okay. We are live with another one. You already know what this is, guys. Okay. The mic is hot. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you already know. You might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys, this is going to be a different type of live. Excuse me, hold on a second, guys. Yes, this is going to be a different type of live today. Okay, we are going to break down UFC 326 countdown to UFC 326. I've never done this before. You know what I mean? I've always enjoyed the UFC countdowns. You know what I mean? But over time, I've always said to myself, it's always rinse and repeat. You know what I mean? It's always rinse and repeat when it comes to the UFC. And now, now that the UFC and Paramount, are entangled, I actually do want to see what a UFC countdown actually looks like. I haven't really looked at a UFC countdown in a very, very long time. So I actually wanted to get on here and get and really, break down this countdown. And not only break down this countdown, but also break down this fight throughout this countdown. Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. Who's going to take it? Let's go. Okay, let's go. I'm going to be breaking this down. I'm going to lower this down a little bit so we don't get copywritten. All right. But let's go. Let's break down this UFC 326 countdown. Let's go. Let's see what this is about right now. This is going to be a phenomenal fight. This is going to be a phenomenal fight, guys. I must say. Max Holloway is just a volume striker, international, superstar when it comes to the UFC. He has some highlight reel moments in there. And when it comes to Charles, he has some highlight reel moments as well. So this is going to be rematch of the ages. This is the type of fight where whoever wins, we all lose. You get what I'm saying, guys? This is exactly the type of fight where whoever wins, we all lose. That is that simple, guys. It's that simple, and that's real, guys. All right, and that's real. Point blank, period. But here we are, guys, breaking down UFC 326. All right, the countdown to UFC 326. Haven't really watched a countdown in a very long time, but here we go, guys. Um, right now they're showing some highlights of UFC 300. Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. Max Holloway putting Justin Gaethje away. Craziness, phenomenal. I'll tell you what, in this division, Max Holloway has formed out really, really well. You know what I mean? In that second, I want to say second or third in that last Dustin Poirier fight, Max Holloway definitely filled out his body very, very well, man. You know what I mean? He looks thicker. He looks like he's really formed well in the lightweight division. So Charles Oliveira says he's ready for war. They've done a good job. This UFC countdown is definitely showing the highlights of both men. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay? Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Easier than going to your local ATM, guys. Honestly, okay? Run up these likes and run up these subscriptions. Do me the favor. All right? Support the community, guys. I'm just gonna be real, man. When it comes to Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway, this might be this right here might be the fight of the year. All right, this might be the fight of the year. Here we go, guys. Legends never die. Max Holloway, Oliveira 2. Let's go. Let's see what this is about. Las Vegas, Nevada. Here we go. This is 2019. Okay, let me pause this real fast. Right now, they're showing a video. Right now, they're showing a video of Dana White. This is like honestly, this is 3 minutes, basically almost 4 minutes into this UFC countdown, and they showing a flashback of Dana White walking in to the UFC PI office, his office, and I guess this is Dana White's first time actually taking a look at how the BMF title actually came out in person. Okay, and he's excited, man. He looks like a child in a toy store, to be honest with you. And I believe this is the first time. Yeah, this is the first time this belt was actually made in 2019 for the Nate Diaz and George Masvidal fight. But here we go, guys. Let's continue this. This was phenomenal, guys. Let me pause this real fast. This was phenomenal, guys. I have to remind you guys. You know when the BMF title came around, guys. The BMF title came around right around where when George Masvidal was just hot. The guy was just a hot commodity. He really was. This is when George Masvidal was just blowing up. He just got done knocking out Ben Askren. Phenomenal knockout, putting him away. I mean, George Masvidal was in the heights of heights right now. Okay, his backyard fights got millions and millions of views. Once again, I mean, it had millions of views prior to the Ben Askren knockout, but afterwards, I mean, it just hit heights of new numbers, guys. Okay, and that's facts. And I remember Nate Diaz, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say Nate Diaz came and he fought against, I want to say Anthony Pettis, if I'm not mistaken. He fights against Anthony Pettis. He calls out George Masvidal. He beats Anthony Pettis, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And he calls out George Masvidal, and that's when the BMF title was actually made. And honestly, guys, it's awesome. Okay, it is awesome. Honestly, I honestly think that the BMF title. A lot of people don't like this title, but I enjoy it. I enjoy his title, especially for what it was made for. But here we go, guys. Let's continue this. All right, thank you so much, man. Like and subscribe, guys, if you are new to the channel. Let's continue breaking down this UFC 326 countdown. Let's go. Man, the backdrop, when the UFC held the press conference with Nate Diaz and George Masvidal in New York City, the backdrop was phenomenal. Everything was phenomenal about this fight. I'm being honest. That's crazy. Justin Gaethje won the BMF title, and then the BMF title, you know, got Max Holloway. Unbelievable, guys. It's crazy that the UFC hasn't held an event in Hawaii. You know what I mean? I mean, the UFC, Dana White's excuse is that they don't have the infrastructure. But honestly, man, that would be phenomenal. I mean, they have I mean, a lot of fans out there in Hawaii who are mixed martial arts fans and combat fans in general. Um, it would be nice. It would be nice to get one out there, but I don't know. I don't know how that looks out there. Let me skip this real fast. Max Holloway is definitely one of the baddest motherfuckers in the world. He definitely is. Point blank, period, guys. That's facts. That's crazy. Max Holloway has always stayed with the same style. You know what I mean? He really has. Just a striker who presses forward, uses volume. He's always had that style. I mean, go back and watch his vids. You know, he might have had, not as good technique then, but the style that he had has always, the core style has always been there. Who would have thought pointing down in the ground would be a like a actual like a way you notice somebody. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I haven't watched a UFC countdown in a while, but I'll tell you what, if you're new to watching UFC countdowns, this one should excite you. That's facts. I don't think Max Holloway has ever been in a boring fight, if I'm being honest. If I'm being real, I've never seen Max Holloway in a boring fight. Facts, guys. Here we go. Let me lower this down a little bit. I don't want to get copywritten. They're fighting in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, guys. This should be a banger. Man, UFC 300 was phenomenal. I mean, if it wasn't for Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje, UFC 300 would have been in shambles. All right, and that's facts. Okay, that's facts, guys. Okay, like and subscribe, guys, if you are new to the channel. Okay, support the community. All right. A lot of people tell me, why do I still go live even if I have like only like zero people watching, guys? It's because you never know who's watching. Okay, you never know who's watching. You never know who's going to come across your channel. You never know, who's going to like your channel. So I try my best. I try my best at each and every outing. Okay, but here we go, guys. UFC 300 was not a disappointment. It definitely delivered. Wow, that was April 13th, 2024. How long ago was that, guys? That's crazy. Yeah, Max Holloway looked good in this fight. He implemented that new spinning back kick and he landed it. He was landing it. He definitely was landing it. Damn, man. Justin Gaethje went to bed, man. Justin Gaethje went to sleep, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. He definitely went to sleep. He crumbled to his feet, and that was all she, bro. Max Holloway gave him a hell of a right hand and put him out. That was a phenomenal, phenomenal performance by Max Holloway. And guys, I'm looking for a vintage performance from Max Holloway again. Okay, they're showing a hell of a lot of highlights of Max Holloway here in the beginning of this new countdown. Okay, UFC 326 countdown. But here we go. You know what I mean? They got to start showing countdown. They got to start showing highlights of Charles Oliveira because I can tell you what, that guy has a lot. Okay, that's facts. This Dustin Poirier fight was another good fight for Max Holloway again. Poured it on Dustin Poirier. I mean, Dustin Poirier definitely hit him with some combinations as well, but it was a good fight. It was a good fight. It definitely was a good fight, guys. I wonder if Dustin Poirier is going to come back and actually fight. You know what I mean? If he got one more fight in him. You know what I mean? If anybody is going to fight Conor McGregor right now, it should be Dustin Poirier. Why not put Dustin Poirier in there with Conor McGregor? I mean, I'm hearing a lot of rumors that Conor McGregor is not going to be back and he's not going to fight at the White House card. That's atrocious. I mean, I really hope, you know, John Jones and Alex Pereira actually get a chance to fight at the White House card for that lightweight. I mean, for that heavyweight strap. Excuse me. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. Let me skip this. Man, Dustin Poirier is always game. You know what I mean? The guy could take some punishment, and not only can he take some punishment, but he could dish it out as well. That was a phenomenal fight, man. Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier left it all in the octagon that day. I mean, Dustin Poirier definitely poured it on Max Holloway as well. You can see that Max Holloway was wearing it in his face, but at the end of the day, the guy who threw more punches, the guy who landed more punches, it definitely was Max Holloway. The guy's just a volume puncher, man. He goes. He really goes, and that's about it, man. Here we go, guys. We're 12 minutes in, and I haven't seen one highlight of Charles Oliveira right now. Okay, hopefully they start showing some Charles Oliveira highlights in here right now because it's been all Max. Okay, the champion, the BMF guy. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, run up these likes and run up these subscriptions. Do me the favor. Hawaii is beautiful, man. From what you can see, I mean, Hawaii is beautiful, but I mean, obviously, just like any other place, I mean, they got their problems. They got their problems. You know what I mean? Honestly, they got their problems. Crazy. What a horrible, occurrence over there in Hawaii with all those fires. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. You know, one thing that I am going to mention here, and I don't care who watches it. Okay, I'm going to mention it right here, right now on this live. Guys, one thing that I thought was atrocious was that, two of the richest people on the planet, we got The Rock over here, Dwayne Johnson. Okay, we had Dwayne during these Hawaii fires. We had Dwayne Johnson and that rich lady. I forgot Oprah. Oprah. Yeah, we had Dwayne Johnson and Oprah literally doing ads. Okay, ads on YouTube and on Twitter to have people donate to the cause to help rebuild Hawaii. I was so disgusted watching that shit. Are you out of your mind? I'm gonna continue with this countdown. Breaking down UFC 326 countdown. Here we go, guys. I just thought that was atrocious, guys. You know what I mean? A bunch of billionaires asking for donations. Unbelievable. That's crazy, man. That's crazy to think that, you know, because of these fires, it's going to take like 2, 3 years, to get your home back. And that's unbelievable, man. That's crazy. To have a home one moment and then to have to not have a home and then for 3 years have to wait to get back your home. Oh my God. That's out of control, guys. But here we go, guys. I mean, 15 minutes in has been all Max Holloway. It's probably going to be the next 15 minutes all Charles. That's awesome, man. All right, here comes Charles Oliveira now. Okay. Maybe Max Holloway maybe Max Holloway beats Charles Oliveira and then calls out Conor McGregor and gets that rematch for the BMF title. Conor McGregor and Max Holloway at the White House for the BMF title, guys. That just popped into my fucking cabeza. Okay? That'll be unbelievable. Here comes Charles Oliveira. Let me hire this real fast.
Emerging from the favelas of Guarujá, to Bronx climbed to MMA's highest peak. O piche, boy, piche. Dá comida pro piche.
Phenomenal. When it comes to Charles, man, it's hard to bet against that guy. You know what I mean? Just because he's phenomenal in striking, but he's also phenomenal in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I just wonder if he's going to go in there and utilize. I mean, as of recent, he has utilized that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but we shall see. I just wonder which Charles Oliveira is going to show up, guys. Honestly, beautiful family Charles Oliveira has. You know what I mean? He has the North Carolina Michael Jordan jersey on right now. Vintage. Okay. He was so man. I mean, even back then, like when people were calling Charles Oliveira a quitter, even back then, I thought Charles Oliveira was always a phenomenal mixed martial arts fighter. Yeah, sometimes things wouldn't go his way, but overall, I knew this guy would be champion one day. Okay, I knew. He was that good. He just had to figure it out and put it all together. But I knew. I knew. I mean, his Brazilian Jiu Jitsu skills alone were phenomenal. He was out there submitting people left and right. Paul Felder beat Charles Oliveira. That's crazy. That's nuts. Who is that? Is that Clay Guida? Oh wow, Charles Oliveira beat Clay Guida easily. That was a good beat. That was a good beat down right there. Who's that right there? Who else he beat? I mean, Charles Oliveira beat everybody, man. Look at this. Look at the skill, the technique. He's phenomenal. My gosh. This is going to be one of the craziest fights in UFC history, guys. Okay, I repeat, this is going to be a phenomenal fight. The fight of the year in 2026, in my opinion. There might not be another fight that might top this one, unless John Jones fights Alex Pereira for the for the light heavyweight, for the heavyweight strap. Excuse me, at the White House. I don't see anything topping this one this year. Okay, facts. When Charles Oliveira beat Tony Ferguson, I cried. I cried for about 3 days. Okay, and when Charles Oliveira actually gave Tony Ferguson a break and didn't rip his arm out of his socket, okay, I almost cried again. I mean, Michael Chandler getting beaten by Charles Oliveira. I'll tell you what, Michael Chandler is one of the luckiest mixed martial arts fighter of all time. Hmm. Charles lives in Brazil. He still lives there. That's his home. That's awesome to him. This is a good backstory. This is a good way to look back and get to know each individual fighter. I mean, Charles is doing a good job of showing, what I mean, a different side of himself. Of what life consists of over there at home in Brazil. So this is good for the UFC countdown right here. I happen to like this right here. This is a good look. This is a good look. Honestly, I just wonder. I just wonder. Will we get a Charles Oliveira that's going to talk English? You know what I mean? I wonder how that's going to sound. You know what I mean? That would be crazy. I think if Charles Oliveira was to get on the mic and just say a few words in English, man, the amount of fans that he would generate would be crazy. I'm telling you, it just takes something little like that, man. I'm telling you, and he's already a fan favorite. But I tell you what, he would explode even more, guaranteed. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, support the community. All right, here we go. Let me skip this. It's just Charles Oliveira is good everywhere, man. You know, he can strike with you. He could take you down. He could strangle you. He's just phenomenal everywhere. Phenomenal everywhere. And Max Holloway is phenomenal at striking. And the amount of volume that he throws at you, I mean, Charles Oliveira has to make Max Holloway work if he wants to win this fight. So he's gonna have to go out there and go for a takedown. All right, it's gonna be hard to take down Max, but he's gonna have to attempt and keep attempting. But Charles Oliveira is also good on the feet, man. Justin Gaethje did say the hardest he's ever been punched was by Charles. And look at what Charles did to Gamrot. Easily submitted him, and Gamrot is good on the ground. That's facts. I really, I wonder if this is going to be one of the most viewed not pay per views, Paramount cards of the year. To be honest with you, I mean, there's been okay cards as of late. I mean, the last card UFC Mexico was trash. The there's been some trash cards out there, but I just wonder if this is going to be the more because UFC what was it? UFC 324, 325 was I think it was UFC 324. It was it was highly viewed. So I wonder if this one's going to be another one that's highly viewed for Paramount and the UFC. Right now, they're showing the highlights of their first fight, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira goes for a takedown. Yeah, that was odd. That was a crazy. That was just a crazy occurrence for Charles Oliveira. Craziness, just a crazy injury, and now they get to fight a decade later. I'm even gonna sit back and watch the embeddeds. After this, we're gonna sit back and watch the embeddeds. Why not, guys? We got the time to do it. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and break down the embeddeds as well since we're here. The embeddeds are short, anyways. Max is super durable. That's one thing that you can say about the guy. He's just super durable, especially at this weight class. Charles Oliveira looks good, man. Charles Oliveira looks good, bro. Paul's no homo. You know what I mean? Like both men are doing a good job of getting physically ready for this fight. Max Holloway looks physically ready. Charles Oliveira looks physically ready. Both men look ready for this Saturday. I'm excited for this Saturday. For this Saturday, UFC 326 is going to be a fucking banger. Yes, this on paper this card isn't a phenomenal card. If I'm being honest with you, you know what I mean. If I'm being real, this is not a crazy phenomenal card. I mean the co-main event, guys, is Bahayo, versus Reina de Ritter, guys. You know what I mean? So it's not a phenomenal card, but it's a fun card. It's a fun card. You know what I mean? You got Michael Johnson. Okay, as of recent, he's been getting dubs. Phenomenal, phenomenal. This is going to be a banger against his opponent. We got Rob Font versus the young up and comer. Okay? Can Rob Font go up there and show him that there's levels to this game? I believe Rob Font can go out there and actually make things happen. This is going to be a fun card, guys. All right? We got Gregory Rodriguez. Gregory Rodriguez is known to go in there and knock people's heads right off their shoulders. So, I mean, look, it's not the best card, but I tell you what, it might go down as one of the best fights of 2026 when it comes down to Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira, guys. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I haven't really done a long stream like this in a very long time, man, but I forgot how much I enjoy it. You know what I mean? Just being on here on the live and you know what I mean? Yeah, here we go. That's awesome. That's phenomenal. You know what I mean? Now, Max Holloway is actually showing a little bit about his family, so telling the story about how his wife, actually got a chance to adopt his child. It's amazing, man. Amazing story, man. Congratulations to them. She's a phenomenal surfer from what I could see. Shooter Box is a legendary gym, man. It's crazy. Man, I'm so excited that we don't have to shell out $80 because I know for a fact right now the UFC would love for this to be a pay per view that people have to actually pay. I mean, don't get me wrong, people are going to figure out a way to legally stream it, but I bet you the UFC would like to figure that one out. That's facts. Okay. Man, that flight from Brazil to Las Vegas have to be like just crazy. You know, has to be crazy. But here we go, guys. I mean, this is one of the ways, one of the roads to victory for Charles Oliveira is to take this fight to the ground and make it a grappling affair. Make Max Holloway work, but easier said than done because Max Holloway doesn't go to the ground. He doesn't get to the ground. He keeps this fight standing. But let's see how he, how he does against somebody like Charles Oliveira. A guy who's relentless. A guy that's really don't have to take you down. I mean, the guy would jump on your back to get a rear naked choke, guys. Okay, that's facts. Here comes Max Holloway training some of his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Let's watch this. Hold on a second, guys. The Ninth Island, Las Vegas. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be an exciting fight this Saturday. UFC 326, guys. Let's get this popping. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be exciting. I'm excited for it. I already got my UFC fight predictions out there. Hey guys, I did miss a fight because a fight when I did give my UFC fight predictions, this fight was actually not put together. But I did pick Rafael Tobias. I picked Rafael Tobias to take this fight. I did want to put that in there, and I did put it in the comments for my UFC fight predictions video. But yeah, I did want to put that out there, guys. Okay. But anyways, guys, this is gonna be fun, man. This is going to be fun. I'm excited about this, man. This is gonna be a banger. Wow, this is crazy. This is going to be nuts, guys. Let me look at it. Do they have embeddeds here? Hold on a second, guys. All right, here goes. We got one embedded. Let's go.
The Octagon returns to the bright lights of Las Vegas for UFC 326.
Let's get it, guys. That was a good countdown. That was a good countdown. That was a good countdown. I have to admit, I'm excited about UFC 326, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. It's going to be a banger, guys. It really is. It's going to be a banger. They did a good job. They did a good job. I haven't sat down and really watched a UFC countdown in a very, very long time. Guys, I've been watching the UFC since 2002, 2003. Okay? I watched many, many, okay, UFC countdowns. Many. Okay? And let me tell you something. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. It looks like the same production. It looks like the same ideas. But you know what? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Rinse and repeat. It looked good. It got me excited. I'm excited about UFC 326. Let's watch this embedded. This embedded is about 10 minutes long. Let's watch this embedded UFC 326 embedded. Let's go. Let's watch this real fast. I actually want to watch this with you guys. Hold on a second. Hold up a second. It's been a while since I actually got on the live and actually stood on the live for this long. Not counting, a Saturday night. All right, here we go. UFC 326 embedded. Let's break this down. All right, we got Max Holloway making it to Las Vegas Max looks tired. He looks okay. I mean, he's just getting out of a plane. You know what I mean? He's just getting he's just landing. Okay, he looks good now. He looks good now. All right. Well, Max Holloway made it to Las Vegas, the ninth island. Okay. Here comes Charles Oliveira. Has he left Brazil? He hasn't even left Brazil. He's still in Brazil. Oh my God. He is still in Brazil. Max. Um, Charles Oliveira is still in Brazil, guys. Okay. I wonder when he's gonna make way to Las Vegas. Very interested in seeing when Charles actually makes way to Las Vegas right now. I wonder how atrocious that that flight is. You know, from what I could see, I'm just being real. You know, I understand everybody has an act. You know what I mean, and they always want to put forth their best act, right? But from what I could see with Charles Oliveira, man, like I haven't seen a bad bone in his body. The guy is just, from what I could see, he's a great person. Comes from humbling beginnings, hard worker, inspirational man. Really is. Here goes Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt is a crazy son of a bitch. He got a tattoo going down his one eye. I mean, look, Cody Garbrandt has one of the worst. Let me pause this real fast because I actually want to talk about this. Cody Garbrandt has one of the worst falls from grace in UFC or combat sports history. Once upon a time, Cody Garbrandt was giving us just a phenomenal performance, such a phenomenal performance. Excuse me, that when you look back at that performance, Cody Garbrandt versus Dominic Cruz. I mean, you look back and you're like, man, that guy was a man beater in Cody Garbrandt. But let's continue. Cody Garbrandt looks good. I can't even lie. He looks ready for this fight. Here comes Rob Font. I actually have him winning this fight against the young boy. Well, that's what's up, man. I want to see Rob Font actually take this fight, man, because I honestly think Rob Font can take this fight. If I'm being real, I honestly think Rob Font can take this fight. He has a better experience. Yeah, he's not as athletic, as fast as Raul, but let me tell you something. Rob Font is a tough fight for anybody, especially a up and comer like that. Here comes Caio Barajo. I can't pronounce that guy's name, but here he is. I never knew he had. Is this his daughter? Is this his family? I'm not sure. It looks like it is. I believe it is. Bahayo is stupid. He said, Bahayo said, I know you guys heard of cooking with Volk. Well, this is cooking with Bahayo. That was hilarious. Is that his girlfriend? Not bad. Bahayo's doing big things out there. Here comes Raina de Ritter. Craziness. Look, I like Raina de Ritter. I think he's a phenomenal mixed martial arts fighter. But I watched this guy quit twice on the stool. Twice. Two times. Okay? And I'm sorry, guys. I can't put my money on that. I can't put my money on a dude who quits due to exhaustion. Okay? Unfortunately, everybody in a fight usually gets tired. Okay? And you got to just persevere through that tiredness. Okay? And I just think that Bahayo is just more of a rugged type of fighter, and he's not going to quit. And I don't see Reina de Rita winning this. Here comes Gregory Rodriguez here. Man, this thing has close to 300,000 views, and this was just posted not even 24 hours ago. Craziness. A lot of people seem to be excited about UFC 326. That's for sure. I mean, this is going to be a highly televised, viewed type of event for Paramount and the UFC. That's facts, guys. Okay, facts. Guys, run up these likes and run up these subscriptions. Do me the favor, support the community. I mean, look, when it comes to Rodriguez, he always looks good. The guy always looks good. I mean, he looks like a 60-year-old, on a massive steroids. You know what I mean? But he goes out there and gets the finish. Here we go, guys. This is a good episode of Embedded, to be honest with you. I haven't watched an Embedded in a long time either, and here we are watching the UFC Countdown and Embedded back to back. And look, the UFC Countdown, like I said, there's nothing new. It's rinse and repeat, but definitely got me excited about the show that's about to happen on Saturday. Well, guys, I mean that was the UFC Countdown, UFC Embedded. I mean it was phenomenal. Like I said, I'm excited about UFC 326. I'm excited about this whole thing, man. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a phenomenal fight. It's gonna be a phenomenal night. Um, I'm definitely gonna go live for that event this Saturday. So stay tuned for that. I'm hoping I could get some more dubs, man. You know what I mean? As it stands right now, my record for my UFC fight predictions for 2026 is 40 wins and 23 losses. So hopefully we could get more dubs. We could put some money in the bank with a few bets that we put out there. But anyways, guys, you already know what this is, okay? This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you already know. You might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. Hey, guys, I'm out of here. One love. Until next time.